is the Glass Cannon Network.
You're having fun with your friends and you're rolling dice. You're playing make-believe and it's really nice. Side quest, side sesh. That's the name of this show. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Side Quest, Side Sesh. I get a lot of phishing emails, and I delete them without even reading them, to the point where I probably delete important emails, because if they even sound like phishing, I just delete them rather than open them. But I got trapped. I don't know why I even opened this one, but it just made me laugh. Troy, have you considered a 3D scan of your current restaurant space?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the ones that are just like so far off on what we do crack me up.
Why I'm reaching out today is because through my work with space like the glass cannon. God. Delete forever.
I feel like I may have brought this up on one of our shows before. It's hard to remember at this point, but there's a whole school of thought that the reason there's so many mistakes and typos and terrible grammar is that like they're not looking for you. Like you are
they're looking for the dumbest
enough.
people.
They're looking like they're weeding out the people that would that would be like, this is a scam.
Right.
Do you guys get cold texts from scammers?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is my one that I got yesterday that I thought was funny. Hey, Helen, are you busy today? I'll take you to the hairdresser.
So you knew immediately it was a scam.
They weeded me out on that one.
Do you get the ones that are like, hey, Troy Lavallee, at my address, we want to offer you cash for your house now? Yeah. Do you ever get those?
I get them for someone named Willie for an address. Neither me nor anyone in my family or immediate surrounding circle of friends has ever been associated with.
Willie.
It's always Willie. It's always about this particular address.
If you want cash for your house now, the mob is after you.
That's right.
I'll take it.
Anything.
How much? Don't worry about it.
I got to catch a plane to Colombia tonight. Come on.
I hope someone emails me.
Oh God, it's so funny. Totally threw me off. Forgot what I was going to say. The house. So yeah, I get texts all the time from my parents' house. All the time. It's just like, hey, Joseph, we're interested in purchasing and then my parents' address. And all the time I get these, and it's strange because, well, it's not that strange because I have the same name as my dad. And this has come up before in like one of my favorites ever was my actual credit score. So like an actual credit check. And I can't remember what it was for. It was maybe 5 or 7 years ago. It was like something important. I had to do the credit check. And it came in and they were like, you are approved. Your credit is out of this world. And I looked at the report. And it was like, began his employment with Philadelphia Gas Works in 1974. And I'm like, holy shit, this is my dad. And then it was like every car my parents bought over the years, like their house. And then it was like my first car that I bought in 2002 and like all the shit that I bought. It mixed it into like one report, and it was wild. So much debt and so much debt paid off that it was just like my credit score was through the roof. And I was like, I'm not going to say anything. Like, I'm not going to challenge them on this because they were so psyched to see how ludicrously high my score was. But it's like, if anybody looked at anything beyond the score number, they'd be like, wait a minute, you started working in 1974. This is not adding up.
What if you found out you're like, why did dad have 2 houses? Oh my God. My daddy had 2 families.
Stopped in California.
And he named both his sons Joseph.
There are 14 Joseph O'Briens that my dad had.
Could you imagine if
I
that
used to
were,
just think it was a common name.
can you imagine
Setting
if
up
that's what your dad
franchises.
did? You just started populating the world with more Joseph O'Briens.
Oh, what an amazing way to find something out like that on a
That's
credit
a
report. It's
That's a
amazing.
sitcom waiting
Better
to
than
happen.
23andMe.
A guy that has multiple families, but he always names his firstborn son after himself, and then they all meet. Actually, I think you're the third, and you're the fourth, and you're the 16th.
Do you remember the story of I think he was a fertility doctor in like the Netherlands or maybe Belgium. Is somewhere in Europe where he had just basically lied and just used his own sperm for like all of these children.
Oh, you didn't see the Netflix doc about the
No,
one in the U.S.? It's the guy in the
US?
I guess this is a very popular thing amongst fertility doctors, but this one is terrifying. You have to see it. Sam and I watched it. It's obviously very disturbing, but this guy was so holier than thou, and obviously Bible thumping crazy person was like, "I'm supposed to be fruitful and multiply," and the judge was like, "All right." It's really worth a watch because you find out like it starts out like, oh, it's just 1 or 2 kids, and he's like, when they finally caught him, he's like, I'm telling you, it's not going to be more than 5, and they're like, 25th kid, and just keeps growing. It's I probably spoiled most of the doc, but it's definitely worth watching.
Wow.
The guy in Europe, it was like 50 kids. It was like 50, wasn't it? I'm forgetting. It was a lot of people who were suddenly, half siblings.
So there's a lot of Joe O'Briens running around out there.
I just don't understand. What is the appeal? It's so odd. It's like just knowing that your genetic material is in a lot of people walking around out there.
It's crazy town. I mean, they get into sort of wondering what this guy's motivations were, and it's like, was it sexual? Was it like, because he would have to like, that was a fresh specimen, so he would do it and then immediately implant it. It's like there's got to be some sort of sexual thing there, but he was super super religious, so he would claim that it had to do with that as well, or like that because he felt bad that the parents just couldn't conceive on their own. And he knew that his specimen was good, and he only did it in circumstances where he knew it was the only way. It's just crazy town.
Oh, so he was actually kind of a generous humanitarian in a way.
Yes, he was the
Where's his parade?
I'm trying to think of the Mother Teresa of sperm.
If you Google fertility doctor uses own sperm, you get many more stories than I expect of different
crazy.
instances of this
That's
happening.
wild.
Because if you want to do that, if you want to have tons of children, it's just like, I guess I'll just train to be a fertility doctor and start putting my own semen into all these samples.
It's so horrifying because they interview all the people, and they all look kind of like each other, and they all look like him.
Do you think
never met?
Do you think he was ever like, it's like late at work, and he's like, oh man, I got to do all these tests on these like guys' sperm. He's like, or I could just jerk off into this bottle and be done.
I can go home early.
I know, I'm fine.
Yeah.
The Spurs are on tonight. I'd rather just masturbate
I'd be a great
into a
dad.
bottle. Well, you shouldn't do that. If you're a fertility doctor watching the show, don't do that.
Yeah. Do
That's
your
our
job
message.
right. Stop.
Do your job
Stop it.
right.
Can you?
Masturbate other guys and do it.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's how they do it. I don't really know.
And,
I'm not a
and then
fertility-
and then his sons who don't know him or like they reach puberty and they're like, why do I have this like overwhelming need to masturbate into a bottle and then give it to somebody?
it's genetic.
It's a genetic drive. But it's too. It's like Genghis Khan. Like he's like some crazy. It's like 20% of the Earth's population are like direct descendants of Genghis Khan.
That's
something
crazy.
Like that. Yeah.
Well, there's going to be an explosion of sperm this evening at the Grand Dance of Bhopal.
Oh yeah, there is.
Pollen,
Yes.
sperm, all the same.
Yep.
God, that was so funny last week. I was laughing for at least a half an hour afterwards at your joke, Joe. It's just so silly. It's good to be back in the Side Quest Side Sesh pocket, and I have a feeling tonight is going to one-up that one because it is time for the grand dance. last week, quick little recap. You finish up your little cocktail party with all of these, half fae-ish kind of weird creatures. People who have been so influenced by this wild fae magic that it has altered the way that they look. They all kind of look half animal, and this has been going on for centuries. And you're trying to find out more, like what happened to Selmius Foster. Well, you learn that he tried to break into their vault. They caught him. He did succeed. They caught him, and he was executed. But his partner ran away with the princess of Bhopal, and they assumed that she was kidnapped by him. Well, come to find out that wasn't the case, because your handler, the aardvark-looking guy named Leljeshin, pulls you back after the party. It's like, that's what they want you to believe, but the truth is much, much different. Princess Ganjay was a patriot, and she thought that Bhopal, being so afraid of outsiders, being so, kind of playing up this thing that, like, you let outsiders in, they're going to try and steal stuff from our vault. We'll have to kill them. She's like, no, we should be doing things to sort of learn more about our history and our culture. Let's go into that vault. Let's open it to all outsiders. So she was in league with them. And rather than like make the princess look bad, make Bhopal look bad, they just made it seem like she was kidnapped. And these dirty old Pathfinders came along and tried to break into the vault. Alphonse got away with Princess Ganjay, and Selmius was killed. But Leljeshin shares the princess's spirit. It's like, I think Bhopal could do much better if we knew more about our history, knew more about the outside world. So I'll help you get into that vault. But people of Bhopalese blood, who are not of royal blood, cannot open the door. It will kill them. However, you're outsiders, and it just so happens that you need 4 people to open the door, 4 outsiders. How about tomorrow night, when everyone is distracted from the Masquerade of Seasons dance, meet me at the vault, and let's make it happen. And you're like, all right. So the next day arrives, and you head to this festival. And there's a lot of weird games going on, and you take part in some, observe others, fail miserably at even more. However, just as the episode ends, the grand waltz is about to begin. So, with the whistling of ghostly white buds resounding in the air like an ephemeral glockenspiel, you see all the Bhopalese begin to gather in the grand plaza of the dance under the aegis of the bloom of the gigantic orchid castle in the distance. So, assuming you get pulled into this, you were instructed by Leljeshin, like, just try. Watch what people do, follow their lead, and you'll be fine. It's all that you try, not that you necessarily succeed. Everyone gathers, the music starts to swell, and then it stops. And you see a bat-faced man clad in the finery of a major domo that would make the Talden courts blush with envy. He clasps his hands firmly 4 times. And as he does so, fey musicians just appear out of thin air. There are satyrs with their pipes. There are dryads playing various string instruments that their hair is making up the instrument. Like their hair will turn into a lute, and they're playing that. And there are songs of sirens coming up from the lake, singing their tune, the lake that sort of overlooks all of this. And all of the fae that are there are dressed in elaborate courtly attire. They're the civilized fae, not the uncivilized animals that you murdered in the jungle. And then, of course, the massive stigma of the Orchid Castle just watches over all. And all of a sudden, you see it just go... As the music begins to swell, the massive stigma of the Orchid Castle opens to the sound of this primordial symphony. And as it does so, it just... an explosion of shimmering pollen just continually shoots out of it in grand, visible arcs of pure magic. And it just goes through all of the cheering celebrants. With the first notes, the music's magic begins sweeping away all of the assembled masked dancers. Maybe it's at this point that you actually put on your mask. You see everybody else doing so as well. So when in Rome, you put on yours, and the pollen sweeps everybody up in this tempestuous velocity, and it transforms the entire dance floor into this swirl of garments and giggling laughter as the dance's magic slowly begins raising every dancer into the air. It's like the magical swirls of pollen are creating like different levels of the dance, and people are just walking along these swirls of pollen floating through the air. So everyone is just dancing in the air. It is unlike anything you've ever seen.
It's sort of like Logan's Run.
It's a little Logan's Run with more pollen. And it's quite a scene, and they're not just sort of swept up in it automatically. Seems to be a level of control. So you're not just like, you have some control here, but now you know it's time to dance. It's also time for a mini game.
I love
Everybody loves a mini game.
There's a number of ways you can progress through this, and don't worry about the win conditions or the fail conditions. Those will become apparent as the dance goes on.
I thought you said don't worry about the wind conditions. And I was like, right, the wind could affect the pollen.
Just decide what you want to do when it comes around to you, and we'll see what happens. Everybody roll initiative.
That's ominous.
Roll, Rick, roll.
What should I roll for initiative? Perception, or should I do my athletics?
You can, if you have performance, you can roll performance. If you have athletics, you can actually roll anything you want.
I am going to roll deception for initiative because I feel like he is trying this whole time to act like them. To
make it till you make it.
Thing.
I'm going to roll athletics because Balthazar tries to take advantage of his height to be particularly lithe and graceful.
I like this.
I've rolled performance, and I'm at a 23.
Okay, a 23 for Rufus of Opara. What'd you get, champ?
26 for champ. Kindly.
26 for champ kindly. Karazor?
23 as well.
And what did you roll?
Perception.
Okay, and what about Balthazar the Mild?
24.
24. Okay, wonderful. You all rolled different. 26, 24, 23, 22. Hut. I am going to put something in the Foundry chat here that might look good once I hit enter. Let me see.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Perfect.
Hey.
Okay.
That works.
Oh.
So if you look in the Foundry chat, you'll see there are a number of different options. There's a daring leap. There is something called moving platforms. There's perplexing magic, relentless beat, and watchful guards. If you think of these as, or you can think of these as sort of obstacles to making it look like you know what you're doing during this phase of the waltz. So you basically have to tell me which one of these you want to do, and let's be honest, you're going to do it based on the skills that are associated with it. So daring leap, athletics or performance, moving platforms, perception or survival, perplexing magic, arcana or nature, relentless beat, acrobatics or performance, and of course, the constant eye of the watchful guards. You would use deception or stealth, because he said you want to make sure there might be people that know who you are, that know your Pathfinders. You want to be cool, because all you have to do is last till the end of the dance, and at that moment, everyone will be so swept up in this, hopefully you can get to the vaults without having to worry. So, let's go around the horn here, and let's start with Champ. Champ, which one of those is sort of jumping out at you?
Watchful guards.
Watchful guards. Yeah, you see.
Keep leaning on this deception.
Okay. As this dance begins and people begin lifting into the air, you guys are standing there and you kind of look at each other. Maybe you like, here goes nothing. And you see, not unlike yourselves, there's a few guards that have carefully avoided the dance floor in different pockets of the arena, and they're keeping a watchful eye over the festivities. So, if you want to chart a course past them or around them, just sort of avoid their watchful eye or create a distraction. You tell me what you want to do, but ultimately you're just rolling deception.
Charting a course is exactly what I was thinking. It's like if they have any sort of pattern, and if they don't, where is there a blind spot, right? Like if you look at the cone of vision that they all have, is there something they're missing, a place to slip through?
Okay.
Not great. That is a 14.
14. Okay, so you go to slip through, and you're not certain, but you feel as if one of them watched you the entire time.
Shit.
What is that skeleton doing? Chart up.
What's that dancing skeleton doing?
What is that weird dancing skeleton doing?
Wasn't dancing skeleton like an internet meme from 2006?
Probably.
All right, let's see here now. It is Balthazar's turn.
Balthazar.
There are a couple options for Balthazar, but there's really only one, and that's Daring Leap.
Daring Leap.
So Balthazar, using his full line, right, as he dances, wants to kind of make a bold impression on the dance floor. So he's trying to figure out what everyone's doing, and then he just decides to go with his gut and trust his dancing instincts from 7,000 years. And he's going to make an athletics check.
Well, this is important because if you get out there and start busting a move, you notice that the dance floor itself begins to move with the music. Even if you stay low, the pollen is shifting in a way that you need to be athletic. It's almost creating a series of treacherous gaps between one part of the floor and another. So not even looking good, just trying to staying from falling over. What do you do?
So Balthazar is going to do a grand jeté from one part of the moving tiles to another.
Okay. Give me that roll.
Okay, natty 16,
Nice.
27 athletics.
Awesome.
27 athletics.
He does a full port de bras and extends and does a grand jeté from one to the other, finishes in perfect 5th position.
And you land gracefully. All right, wonderful. Let's move on to Karazor. Karazor, which one is jumping out at you?
Well, the most mechanically advantageous one to me is the Daring Leap. So I guess I'm just going to do that one.
Okay, same thing. These treacherous gaps are getting in the way. If you're like, whoa, you don't want to fall over and look foolish.
All right, I'm going to try and use my deft footwork to approximate. I'm going to do an even grander jeté than Matthew did. 15.
15. You land on the other side, but you actually sort of falter a little bit. You don't fall to the ground, but you falter enough that people around you just they give you sort of a smile oh, how embarrassing. How embarrassing for you. What a silly knoll.
God damn it.
They look down upon you for a change. Rufus, what do you want to do?
I can attempt a relentless beat if what is that exactly?
Relentless beat. Yeah, so this is there are moments when the music starts to speed up, and only those who can keep up with the flow of the dance can move with the crowds.
Oh yeah. I love that. Yeah. Total rave mode.
Yeah, you have to go into full rave mode.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to do it using performance.
Okay, great.
One of my best modifiers. Here we go. Boom. And I rolled a 2.
Oh
for
no.
a total of 11.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
2 for a total of 11. Well, here's what I can tell you. Champ and Karazor and Rufus, you all failed. Yeah. However, during the part of the festivities last week, as you were going around and doing certain things, you gained what are known in this minigame as edge points, which allow you to re-roll failed checks.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Cool.
So you all get a chance to re-roll those fails, and let's do them right now. I meant to do them as you failed them to give you that opportunity. However, there is a limited resource of edge points based on what you did, so you may want to wait and just see how the rest of the dance goes, or wait until you critically fail. It's up to you.
All right, so wait, our activities at the carnival earned us edge points.
Yes.
But I failed at the carnival too.
It's true, but you can all use the edge points that you did earn. You have a certain pool of edge points that I've kept track of.
Who is the lord of the edge pool?
Who's the Lord?
Yeah, but we don't know how many are in our pool, so it's like use at your own risk.
You won't know till they're gone.
Yeah. That's tough.
They paved paradise and put up a parking lot.
Rufus uses one.
Rufus used to roll another performance.
Wait, am I fucking up the entire game by doing this? I'm gonna try it.
No. I was just about to do it.
All right, here we go. Kabang. That's better. 28.
Wow.
yeah, there you
Huge difference.
That was a great use of an edge point, because not only do you succeed, you critically succeed.
Yeah,
and so you are just like jamming and moving, and really like you look like you've been doing this for years.
Last night a DJ saved my life.
Amazing. All right, so Karazor and Champ, do you want to hold off, or do you want to try and re-roll here? There's more rounds to this dance.
I will hold off.
Okay.
I will hold
and that's
off as
pure
well.
meta, honestly, because it's like knowing I didn't critically fail. I'm going to hold off for a minute here.
Great. Then it's going to go to, for lack of a better word, the second round of this nonsense, and it goes back to Champ. Champ, it's your turn. Champ, do you want to try and do the same thing you were doing? I will tell you there is strength in like doing similar activities. Like you guys can combine the activities you do, like where you don't have to all do different ones. You can and should do same ones if the skills align.
Like we individually should do the same ones, or we as a group should combo on the same ones?
Combo on the same ones where you can.
Okay. I'm gonna combo with Rufus on this one because I feel like I got right. I feel like I got seen trying to do my watchful guards thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna lose myself in the relentless beat along with Rufus. So I will roll acrobatics on this one.
Okay.
Champ. Natural 2.
Oh, no.
Come on! That's an adjusted 11.
Okay. Would
So-
you like to use an edge
Yeah,
point?
I will use it. I hate looking at a natural 2. Come on. Use that edgelord, John. That is better. That is 20.
20. That is a success. Champ
Nice.
somehow, he's never heard a beat in his life. And he follows Rufus through
He's
the
just
crowd.
like mimicking Rufus.
So much so that if you can consider relentless beat off the table, you have overcome that obstacle, the relentless beat obstacle.
Cool. Okay.
Which actually works out really well as we go back to Balthazar. Because Balthazar, you did have one success towards whatever the fuck it's called.
So I'm picturing Balthazar and Karazor seeing Rufus and Champ crushing the relentless beat so hard that they're like, we shouldn't even try. They're so good. We shouldn't even try.
I wouldn't want to, just rain on your parade by trying to get in on that relentless beat. So Balthazar is going to do another even grander jeté and try to get to this time he's going to add a different
Grander than grand?
grander than grand. And he's going to add the other, like the third position that's this, where you're like out your two arms like this. Anyway,
Did you have ballet, man?
Grand.
had to take.
He did do ballet.
I did do ballet. Good? No. Okay, athletics. Natural 20.
Yeah.
John Saudi!
Look at that. This die was given to me was given to Skid to give to me in Seattle when I missed the show, but it actually has 24 karat gold leaf in there.
Wow, gorgeous.
Wow. That was great. You know, she didn't give me any dice. Like everyone else got dice but me.
Wait, I've heard this now from several different people that everyone else got dice but them.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get dice.
I got amazing, beautiful dice.
Several people got dice. I did not get dice.
I got them. They're right here, and they're beautiful. They're inspired by Colonel Luther.
Where are mine?
What does that mean?
They're nearby somewhere. Oh, right here.
Yeah, check out ritualcastdice.com.
Ritual
So-
cast dice. Look at these gorgeous,
They're beautiful.
these strange
Those are so
aeons,
sweet,
green dice. Yeah, they're awesome.
They're easily the dice I have with the most gold leaf in them.
All right, I'm just reading something here.
Did you mess up the mini game?
No. I think you guys did so well. You have passed the first phase of the dance.
Oh, awesome. Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing. And it was all because we needed a grander.
Gronder.
Yeah,
jeté.
we needed the
A
grandest
grander,
jeté of them all.
Jeté. Yeah. So with that leap, with two critical successes, you guys really you at least look like you know what you're doing enough so that you're able to keep up with it, and the dance continues, and it's going on for like an hour or so, and you guys are kind of doing repetitive movements, doing the same thing, keeping up, still trying to watch the guards, and that one guy is still watching you, but maybe as time goes on, he moves on to something else because the rest of you are doing so well. And then eventually the potent magic that is swirling in the room because of the dance transforms everything, the pollen, everything in the space, into a whirl of color and a cascade of garments and phosphorescent bulbs of bursts of pollen, masked revelers sweeping through the air on these currents of flashing energy and laughter. The floor now is far below everyone, so you're all lifted up as well. And if you look down, the floor is just obscured by decadent dresses and swirling colors, and the music now changes, announcing the beginning of a new dance sequence. Now, as this sequence begins, it seems like there is an etiquette that is happening, that everyone is doing, and you're watching, kind of like trying to keep up with the hand signals while they're doing it. And let's see if you can actually keep up with it. Everybody give me a society check.
Awesome. This is just like Sid Meier's Pirates. I love this.
Oh man, yeah, this is going to be tough for old champ. He's not not a big society guy.
Okay.
All right, champ.
Yeah. 25.
Oh, I got
25.
I think it's a fail, but I rolled a natural 16. But it's untrained, so it's a 16.
16?
Dirty 20 for Balthazar.
Dirty 20 for Balthazar. And what about Karazor?
24.
24. You actually all succeed.
Wow!
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you are in it. Just you look like you know what you're doing.
Oh my god! As long as it's not fighting enemies, look at this party, crushing at a dance.
Yeah.
As
It's
long as it's trying
really
to dance under a flower's penis, we are.
That's right. This is what we were
Speaking
born to do.
of crushing enemies, remember we're not allowed to do that.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that. We're not allowed to do that. I'm also curious, Rufus, could you give us a peek inside the roiling, the rumbling fires of Velthrexenbob? Like, is the intensity of this dance drawing out the dragon? Is he like, I want a fucking party? Like, is he trying to get out?
Well, that's a great question. And so far I've been able to keep him at bay. I
With
can't,
heavy doses of pills.
right,
Club
pills, alcohol, you're able to kind of keep him at bay. But let's just say, I don't know, if there's one more part to this mini game, I might just have to release him.
Well, as we go into phase 2 of the dance and the music changes, you're able to keep up with that transition, which looked very intricate, but you are in the zone here. Maybe you're just caught up in the magic of the moment, but no one is batting an eye at the four of you getting down. You're all lifted into the air, but you could make your way down for sure. However, this phase has a couple new wrinkles to it. There is still perplexing magic about, because the ritual blends elements of primal and arcane magic, and you could examine common the way the ritual reveals ways to benefit from its magic. So maybe you can follow along with the dance without experiencing any compulsion to continue dancing, because there's this part of you as you start to dance where you're like, maybe start to forget your mission a little bit because you're so caught up in it. So the perplexing magic is one obstacle you can try to overcome. The relentless beat is still, it starts to swell and become more intense. So that's still out there. There's no more daring leap. However, there is a spinning flourish where dancers are gathered in a line that snakes around the platforms. And as they reach the center of the room, each performs a whirling spin. That's something you could try. The guards there are more pockets of guards because maybe they know the dance is about to end. They just want to make sure that people keep it together because there's a lot of semen in the air. And then, of course, there is this very strange one you notice that some of the dancers, even natives to the area, are not as good as even you. And some of them have like slipped out of sync with the movement of the floor. And you notice that some of these dancers are getting too caught up in the magic, and the floor becomes so chaotic and crowded that they start to trip and fall over each other. And as they do, you see, like, maybe from the wild magic of the room, like something on them change. Like one of them might grow a chicken arm, or one of them, like they could have the face of a hippopotamus, and their nose turns into like a human nose, and then they like cover their weird appendage and So,
Troy, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Chickens don't have arms. So what is a chicken arm?
Chicken wing, maybe?
Wing. I thought it might be like your arm, but the hand is the head of a chicken.
Yeah, that would be kind of weird. Just, hi, how you doing? No, I think it's more of a wing, like their arm turns into a wing. So those pockets of people falling during this second, more intense part of the dance, they're everywhere. So you may choose to just try and avoid those pockets. So I will put in the side quest chat here, those different options. You know, I know this is a little pedantic and kind of takes you out of it a little, but I love a good minigame, and I think that this is fun. So let's just keep going, and we will retain the initiative from before because it's just important for the order in which you go. So we'll start off with, actually, we'll pick it up where we left off with Karazor. Karazor, which action would you like to take?
Okay, so Karazor is getting caught up in the rhythm of it. He is going to injure dancers. He's going to use the injured dancers option with his athletics.
Okay.
Try to hurt as many of them as he can.
That's not what that's for.
27.
Wow, you hurt so many.
Yeah, mosh pits.
You come bowling in there.
Mosh pits.
Semen. Oh my God.
So much semen in this mosh pit.
Just boom, boom, boom. You knock them all over. No, obviously you're trying to avoid them, and you do gracefully, enough so that you earn a dance point. And now it is Rufus's turn. Rufus, which one of these do you want to do? Injured, the injured dancers is athletics or medicine. You rely on performance. Maybe you just stick to that relentless beat. However, you do feel its pull.
Listen, I'm so happy to play another round of Dance Revolution with you, and I think that I will stick to what I'm good at. I will attempt a spinning flourish, which uses my performance ability.
Spinning flourish.
A spinning flourish. Here we go. Okay, not a great roll. That's going to be a 14.
14. Would you like to use an edge point if they're available?
If there is an edge point available, I would like to use an edge point.
The monkey's paw goes down one more finger. Edge point.
But
used.
it's a good move because you have a high bonus in that skill. So it's a good bet.
But I have all rolls almost as bad as Joe O'Brien. That's something you should know about me. Okay. All right, I'm trying again. Here we go.
Get it.
Come on, spin, you bastard, spin! That's better. That'll be a 25.
25, and you spin with the best of them, just flourishing around, and people are like applauding. Oh, look at the outsider spin. Champ, what do you want to do?
I think I'm going to go. So I can't do Relentless Beat, right? Because that's done.
No, Relentless Beat is back now. It's a different beat. So you can do Relentless Beat if you'd like.
I'll do Relentless Beat. Relentless! Ow! Ow! 27.
27.
Oh, man.
Okay, that is another success. So Champ is he's really feeling it. However, you do feel like you're getting a little lost in the beat. It is so intense that maybe for a second
Am I forgetting the mission?
You're like, I gotta go back to that vault. What vault? I'm having so much fun.
You're endangering the mission. You shouldn't come.
Balthazar, which one sounds good to you?
Balthazar, there's only really one option for Balthazar, and that is injured dancer. He's attempting, he's going, as a barber, he has an oath to uphold.
Yes, the Hippocratic Oath.
Or something.
Of the barber. The barber's oath.
So I'm going to roll athletics.
Barber's oath. He has to stay true to the barber's oath.
You took the barber's oath 7,000 years ago.
Yes, that's an important fact to know about Balthazar. Balthazar the Mild was a barber in his previous life. This is 7,000 years of barbering. But I am going to roll athletics because my medicine is not nearly as high.
Okay.
So maybe he's trying to like scoop some of the injured dancers up and restore them to places of safety.
That is very kind. That's very barbarous of you.
And as he scoops each one up, he evaluates them to whether or not they would make a good example.
Sure.
If you understand, if you catch my meaning.
I assume there would be a twist.
Okay. 24.
24. You're able to scoop up one of them. And he's like, oh, thank you. And he has like a huge pig snout on the beaver's face. It's like, I'm so embarrassed. Don't look at my pig snout. And he keeps hitting me with his tail.
Bro, you already had a beaver's face, dude.
If anything, the pig snout might contain the beaver teeth a little better.
It's very unsettling, and he's embarrassed by it. Don't look at me. And it comes back to Karazor. So you guys are succeeding. You're not critically succeeding, so you've got to really work at it here.
I feel like I was 1 point. I feel like a natty 19 would have critically succeeded.
How many
one
edge
away
points do you have left? Okay, Karazor, what do you want? You want to go back to injuring dancers?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to hurt some more people as per my mission.
That's my life.
Okay, 25.
25. You have overcome that obstacle. There are no dancers left that were injured. You have either successfully scooped them up or knocked them to their death from the high parts of the dance. You've kicked them off and cleared that part of the dance floor.
There will be no injured people when I'm done.
Rufus of Opara, do you want to continue to flourish?
I could continue to flourish, but for some reason I want to roll something that is not optimal for me.
Fun!
Is that really stupid?
Fun choice.
That's just pure American fun.
Yeah, I kind of want to try the perplexing magic. But I guess I'm not quite sure how the mini game works. Are we like clearing these? We're clearing these obstacles.
Yeah.
So if I got a really good roll on spinning flourish, we might clear the spinning flourish and
or if you got even maybe a regular roll on relentless beat, I think possibly because we already have a success in that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this is obviously just not unlike the minigame that we did a few weeks ago in the forest. Like, this is happening over the span of minutes and 10-minute pockets, 20-minute pockets. And so you're trying to, over that time, avoid these dancers. Over that time, leap several times. But it's only one roll.
I have decided I am going to switch my D20. And I am going to attempt another spinning flourish. And you guys can see the tattoo on Rufus's body start to glow and smoke.
Oh dear.
Here, this one looks good. As he rolls 17.
Oh. 17. Yeah, yet again, you go for a spin and you come down hard on your ankle like, maybe the dragon smokes a little more.
Oh, my ankle!
Stop paying attention to yourself.
Stop.
Someone mildly hurt their ankle.
Does my ankle turn into a duck's asshole?
Don't look! Don't look!
Don't look at my ankle.
Look at my duck's asshole.
I assume we're out of edge points.
You don't know. Do you wanna walk the edge?
Sure, I want to walk the edge.
Okay, you had it.
Oh man.
All right, here we go. There we go. Now it is a 23.
Nice.
Now it is a 23. That is enough to succeed. However, that obstacle is still out there.
Shit.
And then it goes to old Champ. Are
And
there
this
any
was
edge
Relentless
points
Beat?
left? That was Spinning Flourish.
Oh, so you didn't tack on.
Not the man that changed my life. But you know you have at least one success on Relentless Beat. If you crit that could be enough.
Yeah, but I have to roll a natty 19. I've already determined that. But it's not like I'm going to be better at anything else. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't help with Spinning Flourish, so I will do Relentless Beat again. He's just gonna. He feels a good rhythm going. He's losing himself in the beat, and he will continue. Here we go. That is not too shabbaroo. 22. So it's a success.
That is a success. All right, so you're really keeping up with it, and also just like you kind of. What was the name of that guy that hired me? You're starting
shit.
to forget the names of your friends, and you're looking
Seaman
around.
is messing with my memory.
You're just covered in it, and everybody's smiling at you, and you feel like you're amongst your people and you're amongst your friends, and you could do this forever.
Yeah. I mean, Champ buys in so hard. If you think about being in a room with like 2, possibly 3 other skeletons whose minds didn't animate, so they were just like nothing. This is fantastic. It's like being in solitary confinement for 100 years and then being invited to a dance party.
And everyone's just like, isn't this lovely? Isn't this lovely? As they're spinning and semen's raining down. Now it's Balthazar's turn.
So is Relentless Beat still on the table?
It's always on the table.
Yeah, one success. I think we need 3 successes per thing. That's my guess.
That's what it's looking like.
There's
So,
there's no more injured dancers. Balthazar does not have to uphold his oath. So instead, he is going to join in on the Relentless Beat, and he's going to use acrobatics.
Okay.
The Baba's oath for food.
Join me, man! Get over here!
So
Stop taking care of those people! Get over here! Dance with me!
Balthazar starts to dance, and he starts to feel 7,000 years of Terpsichorean tradition start to flow through him.
Korean tradition.
And he just gets down and boogies with you. Because I rolled a fucking natural 20.
Balthazar is a beast at this party.
Ritual cast dice. Weighted dice available for you at any turn. I'm kidding.
Perhaps one day I will know the pleasure
Perhaps
myself.
one day's good. We might buy you a set.
I didn't get any dice either. I also wasn't there.
You weren't there.
Yeah,
I wasn't
She
there
was
either.
super nice. She was very, very nice, by the way. She was great.
Perhaps this
I
isn't
would like my own
Balthazar's.
dice as well.
Thank you,
First
miss.
masquerade of
natural
seasons.
20. So that's a 28 if that matters.
Yeah, it crushed it. That's actually a critical success. You complete that obstacle, and you guys absolutely crushed the dance, and nothing fun happened on my end. But I'm glad you guys succeeded. And you keep up with the music, you keep up the beat, you distract the guards at this point. They're not even watching you. They're starting to jam as well. And you can feel that the dance is starting to wind down. And you know it's time to meet Lel Sheshin. So as you head that way, let's take a quick break. Are you ready? Are you ready to make the trek down the pollen roadways in the direction of the vault?
I would just like to take a moment and highlight Joe's music choice for that sequence. We're hearing about a relentless beat and jumping from platform to platform and you losing yourself in the music. I mean, it's had this very polite, restoration violin music going on.
It's like a Baroque madrigal.
Well, it's something similar.
I think we could have actually used like old Starfinder music for that scene. It wanted that, but I knew it would be over fast. And it is. So do you head to the rendezvous point with little Session?
Yeah.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
Okay. You head that way, and let's go to the map. Go into the map.
Map.
Right. Yeah, baby.
Look at that map.
Yeah, let's see, for example, Karazor's view from where you're standing here. I put Lejushin on the map as well. You guys all meet up there.
So are we near the dance floor at this point, or have we gone like
you moved away
a
from
level
the dance
down?
floor? Yeah, you've gone a level down, and the organic structure of the whole Eternal Bloom descends in this area into a constructed stone chamber, and it's lit very diffusely from magical light that looks to be set in the ceiling, which is about 15 feet above. As you get in, you see, if you move forward a little bit, you'll see that there are 4 alcoves, 2 to the north and 2 to the south. And there's also a ceremonial staircase in the east wall. Well, there's no wall. It's a ceremonial staircase to the east that goes down and ends in an imposing black metal door. Now, if you move forward a little bit on the map, you'll be able to see some more, and you will see that the floor of each of the alcoves looks like a unique mosaic. They're all different. You can't really see them until you get up close, but they wrap around the L-shaped stone wall segment. But each alcove the walls of each alcove are covered in like a thin layer of fog. And Lejushin steps up and is like, follow me. Follow me. I always forget his voice. Follow me. All right. Now, the floor, where's my line here? Yes, there are 4 alcoves. He pulls out a script. There are 4 alcoves. Each of you should choose one. The keys that you need will be within each. I will stand guard here, but I think we are safe. The ceremony will go on for more time, hours. We have plenty of time, so just choose an alcove, find the keys, and we should be able to do this. And that's what he says.
So he wants us to all hide separately?
Yeah, so there are 4 different alcoves, and what he's saying is like each of you need to go to an alcove to retrieve the key. 2 to the north, 2 to the south.
Okay.
Let's split up now? Go.
Balthazar will go to the north.
Karazor will join Balthazar on the northern. Go to the north.
All right, Champ will start moving south.
So will Rufus.
All right, so Champ and Rufus are going to move to the south, Balthazar and Karazor to the north. And then once you get there, you'll have another choice. Who's going to go to the east and who's going to go to the west.
Okay, Champ will go to the east.
Guess that leaves the west for Rufus.
Oh, that's a cool Foundry feature. If you try to move through a wall, it tells you you're going to collide with a wall.
That's right.
Oh, neat. That's fun. Karazor shall go to the west.
To the west.
And I shall go to the est.
Okay, let me see where all you guys are.
Oh,
all right,
now to ubi est tua patria.
Yeah, I can't. This is what's really cool about Foundry is I can't see anybody.
Yeah.
You only see the people in your alcove, right?
It's not like I want to metagame, but it is very unsettling to just be alone on a map and I have no idea where your allies are.
All right. Well, it looks like Balthazar has moved in the furthest. So let's start with Balthazar. As I mentioned, as you get closer, you see that it sort of wraps around the middle wall, and all of the walls are covered in fog. You see like some sort of color behind it. You're to the northeast, right? Yeah. So you see sort of it looks.
I'm
like,
to the northeast. Balthazar's to the northwest.
Oh, Balthazar's to the northwest?
I'm sorry, I'm Balthazar. I'm to the northeast. You said Balthazar.
Thoroughly confusing.
I was like, that's Skid.
That's Skid.
Why are you talking
Balthazar, not Balthazar. You see like all sorts of colors behind the fog. Reds and oranges and purples and yellows. However, seconds after you step into the alcove, everything changes, and you are like immediately pulled into another place. You're no longer in this chamber with stone walls. In fact, you are in this like forest that is full of trees that show off the full colors of autumn. You look all around, and you definitely don't see any of the stone walls. You look back, you don't see any of your friends. You don't see the foggy walls. You are in a forest, and you feel like you are in there for hours. And then suddenly, you come back, and you're standing in this alcove with a key in your hand. And you see a piece of the fog up ahead on the far wall has moved, and there's a keyhole in it. Meanwhile, Karazor went to the northwest. And similarly, you are transported to a landscape, but this is like a winter landscape. It's sorry, I'm looking at so many different notes here. You are like in a snowfield, and it's cold, and even your fur doesn't feel like it's protecting you from the cold, and you're just kind of walking, looking for where you just were. You don't see any stone walls, any fog. You're there again, what seems like hours, and then you come back, and you have a key in your hand, and there's a keyhole up ahead. And then southwest is Rufus of Opara. That is a landscape of spring. And you're just in this field full of flowers. Kind of think like Wizard of Oz on the way to the wizard's castle. Like there's just poppy fields everywhere, and you're walking through. And maybe you're rubbing your hands along the flowers like in Gladiator. And it's actually...
I'm dancing in the meadow.
You're dancing in the meadow?
Yeah.
And you're there for a while, and maybe it's so nice you don't even want to leave.
No, I don't. I don't want to leave.
Sadly, after a few hours, you're transported back to that alcove with a key in hand. And lastly, Champ. Champ, who has only been back in the world for so long, is transported to a world of summer.
Pulls his mask off.
You can finally breathe. You're actually on a beach. You're on a hot, pristine beach. The waves are lapping. There's a couple dudes surfing. Some guys like, churros! Get your churros!
What's a churro? Hey, man. What's a churro?
And he doesn't even answer you. He doesn't even see you. Churros, get your churros. He walks right through you. And the waves are lapping on the shore, and it's hot, and you can feel that heat on your bones. Maybe it's starting to bleach them. You're there for a long time, and then you reappear with a key in your hand. However, something feels off as you all return with a key in your hand, and you look ahead, and the center of each alcove wall begins to glow with energy. and then shoots out at each of you. Everybody roll for initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
What am I rolling? Am I rolling perception or?
You are rolling perception, yes.
All right.
It was exhausting.
Champ kindly, natural 20.
Oh, champ!
Oh, nice.
I really like this skeleton.
What's
good
the
at what he
totes on
does.
that? What's the
Total, sorry,
champ?
27.
27 for champ. Rufus of Opara, what'd you get?
I got an 11.
An 11 for Rufus. Balthazar the Mild.
24.
24 for Balthazar. And finally, Karazor.
I'll tell you what I got. I got this gift in Seattle I forgot about. This beautiful piece of fan art.
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
From
That is-
D. Patharana.
Oh, so good.
That's awesome.
Really cool. Gifts are always encouraged. And in addition, I got a 21 on my initiative.
21 on your
My
initiative.
favorite little detail about that is the bracers that he's wearing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't know if he actually wears bracers, but they look great.
I'm going to get a pair just to match the photo.
Just to match the art.
The picture, yeah.
Okay. All right, this is interesting. So I need everybody to roll a fortitude save, and then but let me explain to you what happens first. Who's in the spring alcove?
Was that the forest?
That's me.
You're in the
me.
spring.
I'm
That's right. You're in the spring. You feel like decay start to take hold of you. Like as that energy arcs out towards you, it hits you, and you feel like you're decaying. The winter.
What's new?
The winter was Karazor. Karazor, you feel that arc fly out at you, and all of a sudden feel heat greater than the hottest summer afternoon engulf you. Whereas Balthazar, whereas Champ, you were in this like beautiful beach scene, you get hit by that energy and feel winter's bitter chill descending into your bones. And then finally, Balthazar, you feel like pollen spray all over you. Just feel like you're covered in pollen. Just
Is it Saturday already?
just like covered in
You're gonna
springtime
need some
pollen.
Zyrtec. Some Zyrtec.
It's blinding, and it smells like bleach. Everybody roll a fortitude save.
I'm just checking to make sure I'm subject to this.
Oh my god. Back-to-back natural 20s.
Man.
Holy
Crushing it.
crap.
Everyone's
All right.
rolling really well for the most
Yes,
part.
I can.
crap.
I can be affected by this. Okay, not as good. 18.
18. Okay, and you are in the
Northeast.
sorry, there's so much going on here.
He's in autumn, I think, right?
You were in autumn, right? Oh, that's right. You got covered in semen.
Forest.
All right. You take 3 points of damage as it's just blinding pollen covers you, and it feels like poisonous, honestly. That is 3 points of poison damage. So if you are immune to poison, you don't take it. Karazor, what did you roll?
I got a total of a 22.
22. Okay, so, 22. You take 11 points of fire damage from the heat. Okay.
Hachamachi.
Machi.
And Rufus, what did you roll in the spring?
I rolled a modified 20.
A modified 20. You're going to take 18 points of negative damage.
What the
Whoa.
Oh, dude, that's brutal.
Matthew, what did you say you rolled again?
18.
All right,
I thought I was safe with a 20, man.
Matthew, I was wrong. I said you take 3 points of poison. You actually take... I fucked it up. Sorry, I'm just struggling here. You're in the semen. You take 15 points of poison damage.
That hurts a lot.
An enormous
worse.
difference.
That's an enormous difference.
Yeah, that's a lot more.
All right, well, here's the good news. Now it's your turn.
I'm sorry. You actually took 5 times the damage. I said you took.
My bad. You take 5 times that.
Small calculation error on my end.
All right, so now it's you guys' turn. Actually, it's Champ's turn. So, Champ, remember, you walked into a summer scene. This beautiful summer scene. Someone offered you something called a churro. You saw dudes surfing, girls in bikinis, and you felt hot. But then when you came back with a key in your hand, you were blasted by bitter cold. Up ahead is a keyhole. What do you do?
He is going to... Interesting. Look, it's either he's dumb or I'm dumb. And if this isn't right, I'm going to say he's dumb. I'm going to start yelling. Did anyone go to a place like winter? Did anyone go where it was freezing?
It's a free action.
Yelling out into the echoing, voice amplifying corridors of the alcoves.
It's a free action for me to go. Not me. I didn't. So I can't help you here.
What?
Did you go to a cold place? The mountains or something?
Champ, is that you or Karazar? Oh, sorry.
Balthazar?
No, it's Rufus.
No, I'm
Rufus?
Balthazar. I'm Balthazar.
Did you find the keys?
Balthazar, are you all right?
I'm covered in semen.
Wait, all right,
That's what you think he
Wait.
said, but he actually said pollen. But it's just
It sounded like
Yeah, Champ is just going to go with his gut on this, and I have horrible instincts, but he's going to try to move towards Karazar, thinking that the key that he got in summer needs to go into the hole that shot out fire, basically, is what he's thinking. So he's going to triple move toward Karazar's voice.
Okay, triple move towards Karazor's voice, which is straight across. Oh, no, you're way down the bottom, so it's diagonally across from you. So, yeah, let us know how far you
I'll
get.
eventually move there. Every time I move, it says I've gone through a wall. I walked around. I promise.
Yeah, now it's a straight shot. And there's Lajeshin.
Hello.
And it is Balthazar's turn.
so. Now that we have the key, I can leave the space, right? This isn't where the lock is. I'm assuming.
As far as you know, you do see a keyhole up ahead on the back wall.
Oh, do we have
Right
to
there.
synchronize? Did we have to synchronize our key turning, or what's it, little gesture?
We're not launching nukes.
He doesn't know.
You don't know, Skid. We could
Maybe
be.
we are. Maybe we are launching nukes.
Yeah, and Champ will be running back, and he'll say, like, a cold, icy wind blew out of my keyhole. I think it needs a key for winter.
Cold icy wind blew out
So the pollen spat out of my keyhole.
The amount of shit we said in this scenario alone that needs to be clipped out as out of context nonsense it's astounding.
Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought the pollen was from the trees that were in autumn. Who's in spring?
I'm in spring. I got spring over here.
Where are you?
I'm down in the southwest annex. Is that you, Karazor?
Yes.
You said Balthazar, right?
all right, so
Balthazar is going to triple move down to the southwest. You said.
okay,
That's
yeah,
right.
so
That's where I'm at. Southwest.
triple move down to the southwest. Great. It is now Karazor's turn.
All right, Karazor is taking a cue, is going to try to swap places with Champ.
Okay, Champ was all the way to the southeast.
They are. Every greeting is you talk in the opposite season. That's probably what we need to do.
You're totally right.
Can we high five when we pass? Is that an action?
I was gonna say like we high five as we
action.
pass each other.
It's an interact. All right, so Karazor, you just make it as far as you can down to the southwest, and then finally it's Rufus's turn.
Rufus wants to go to where Balthazar was. That's autumn, right?
I was in autumn.
Yeah, so that's going to be to the north east.
The northeast. So Rufus uses a triple move to go to the northeast, of course.
Triple move to the northeast. At that moment, the corridors fire off more rays of energy, but now you're hit by the ones that you are closest to. So you're hit by a new kind of energy. Everybody roll a fortitude save.
Oh no! The corridors that we're in do that, or the corridors we move to?
The ones that you are moving to, because those
Okay.
would be the ones that you're closest towards. But you still haven't finished your movement. I'm assuming that you'll be closer to the northeast momentarily.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Great. What did you roll, Karazor?
Well, I rolled a natural 2, but I am going to use my butthole cap.
Using the cap.
Using the
Reroll.
cap, dude.
Using the capybara. That's a lot better. That is a 27 total.
27 total. Okay. And that alcove down the bottom there is the southwest. That's the spring one. I'm sorry, what did you say you rolled?
27.
27. Okay. So you only take 8 points of negative damage.
Oh, man.
The decay of late autumn takes hold of you. What did you roll, Rufus?
I just rolled a 25 on my fortitude save.
25. Okay. And you are heading towards the autumn alcove.
That's correct.
Okay, so you are going to take 7 points of poison damage as poisonous spring, as you get covered in semen. And then Champ, what did you roll?
19.
19 for Champ. And Champ, you are heading towards the winter alcove.
Winter alcove.
Right, so you get hit by 12 points of fire damage, blasting you with hot fire, which is funny because you were just on a beach and it felt really hot, but now you're burning. And then finally, Balthazar.
Balthazar rolls a 23.
Okay, Balthazar rolls a 23, and you are right outside the springtime one.
That is where I'm headed.
You're heading there towards the southwest. Yes, so springtime is, you said 23?
23.
Okay, you are going to take 12 points of negative damage.
I'm seriously hurt. Are you guys seriously hurt?
I
I'm
critically
not doing
succeeded
great.
1, so I'm not too bad.
I'm all right, but
I'm at 11 hit points.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
shit.
I'm down to, what am I down to? I'm down to, oh no, I'm 25.
Yikes.
It sounds like
Okay.
these things are going to keep firing off until we get the keys in the socket.
Yeah, Balthazar only has one more move, I think.
Okay, I will tell you the keys. I was pinging the back wall, but the keyhole you can see there, those little things in each corner.
Oh, that's the keyhole.
Yeah, that's the key.
Oh man.
That's the key, John. All right, let's see how this goes. This is going to be pretty hairy here. It's Champ's turn. The Champ is here.
Champ will run. Champ's gotcha. But it's a triple move.
Triple move score.
So, I mean, I don't have an action if it's an action to put the key in the John. But I can get all the way to the actual space with the keyhole on a triple move.
Okay, it is an interact action.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get all the way up there. Holy moly. Okay, now it is Balthazar's turn.
Okay, Balthazar, because of his monk movement, can get to the keyhole in the southwest. And yes, I know there's a wall there. Okay.
It's going to keep you honest.
He can do it in 2 moves, and then he will insert the key and turn it. I'm assuming that's an interact?
Do you have reach because you're still 1 square away, or do you have movement?
It's
to get-
literally on the square?
Yeah.
I have enough movement.
Oh, excellent.
So he'll get there and turn the key.
Okay, so you turn the key with your final action. And
I hope this is freaking right.
I hope so too. Otherwise, I'm going down.
as you do so, a like a wave of magic sort of just boom, pulsates throughout the room, and you actually hear Leljeshin go, ah, as like a wave of pain washes over him, and it's unpleasant to you as well. You guys don't take any damage, but like you just feel this like deep connection to nature and magic all at the same time. This like a past life comes before you. Like maybe for a moment, champ, you see yourself with skin in a forest thousands of years ago, or however long it was. Balthazar, maybe you see your human self. Rufus, maybe you feel like the power of your ancestors when they were actually handling Velfrex and Bob in a much more sophisticated way. And Karazor, maybe you don't even go back that far, but you go back to a time when you were with your adventuring party that was murdered before your eyes. It's very unsettling, but everything in that room changes, and the fog goes away. You're in the spring alcove, right? Southwest, yeah. You see the mosaic is now revealed to you. You see a young girl running from trees in the distance. And while it features many different colors, the predominant color in the mosaic is green. And now we go to Karazor.
All right, Karazor is hoping that did something good. He is gonna move up here. Let's see if we can get.
You're gonna get close. Damn close.
And it's that little round little.
Yeah,
dot
you're gonna
thing.
be on the little dot space.
Okay, I can. Yeah. Oh no, I can't get it. I can get up to it, but that's 3 actions, so I'm done.
All right, Karazor gets up to it, and it is Rufus's turn.
Likewise, it takes me 3 moves to get to it, but I don't have an interact action left.
Okay, so Rufus is able to get all the way up to it. The pillars begin to glow, except for the room where Balthazar is in. Energy fires out at Karazor, Champ, and Rufus. And we will see you next week.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Oh, come on. Karazor, bring it back up, character.
Bring your backups!
Bring it back up, bro!
No!